early. Like
Oh, is he coming tonight? Oh, yeah. And what about
Jerry won't be here.
and Carrie?
I didn't hear from Carrie, so hopefully she would be here.
Okay.
And I believe I informed her on Monday that, we're having the meeting today. That was yesterday.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody doing well?
Yes, we're doing all right.
Doing well here.
This is quite unusual. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah, right.
Hmm. Oh, there he is. Hey, Rick.
Hi, sorry, I'm late here.
Hey, Rick.
Did you get to finish your dinner?
No, I haven't had my dinner yet, but I usually put these addresses in my Google Calendar, and for some reason I didn't do it this time, and then I couldn't find it. Um, so we're just waiting on Carrie, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Give it another minute or so, and then we'll just get started because we have a quorum. Ade, do you think the person from the Y is going to be here or not? You're on mute.
I don't believe so. They did not confirm the meeting. So
Okay.
so Jerry won't be here today. She has an emergency drill at work.
Okay.
No.
Mm.
All right. I think we should get started, and I'll call the meeting to order because it's going to be a really quick one.
Recording in progress.
So I think, we only had two items on the agenda, the tobacco regulation changes and the YMCA. And if the YMCA person is not going to be in attendance, it's just the tobacco regulations, which this will be meeting number 5 in which we're discussing the tobacco regulations. Talk about making the sausage here. It's like,
please.
So Ade, thank you for the clean copy. I presume this has been reviewed by town council and they're copacetic with it all.
Correct.
Oh, good.
Good.
I mean, I read through it. It looked like, I think everything we had talked about, over, over subsequent.
Thanks,
meetings.
Cassidy.
Did Kevin or Paula, did either of you have any questions, comments, edits?
I do have some edits.
Okay.
God forgive me. God forgive my father. I just found a couple of spelling errors and one grammatical error.
Okay.
I don't know how important it is, but I can go over it with Cassidy at a different time because it's not, it doesn't, the meat of it is fine. As
It
far as
doesn't
I'm
change the
concerned.
meaning, just
Yes.
as grammar. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I had nothing else either. Like, I wish I knew what you had there, Paula, because I missed it.
I have 3. I'm sure it's, it's one of those things that if you read it enough times, you don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Can we briefly go over those things? So, you know,
Oh,
Yes,
if
we
you
can
want to,
find one.
sure.
Go ahead.
All right, section I. First sentence. No person as defined herein shall possess, hold, keep, sell, or distribute, or cause to be possessed should be held, not hold. See where I'm talking about, Cassidy?
Yes.
After possessed, the tense is wrong.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
It's page 9.
So before we go on.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of running this through in my head. Are we sure that needs a change? No person as defined herein shall possess, hold, keep. Hold is something that you're doing right now. Held is something that you did before. Can't
Yeah.
get somebody in trouble for something they did before. Can only get in trouble for something that they're doing right now. They're holding
Sell, or
it.
distribute, or cause to.
I think it's the first, there are 2 holds in that sentence. So
It's the
you-
second held I'm talking about. Yeah.
Right. So Kevin, I think hold in the first hold is correct.
Oh, okay. You're talking about I'm sorry. You're talking about the second held.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
hold.
Where it's kept or sold, it's all past tense.
Got it. Okay.
Page 9, section E.
Did you say E, Paula?
I did.
Okay.
Section E,
Page 9. So scroll to the top of the page.
E, and then B, it says, it should be purchase, the purchaser shall apply for the transfer of the permit no later than 60 calendar. Said purchase, the purchaser shall not sell. There should be an R there, correct? Am I right?
There should not sell.
Shall not sell the tobacco product.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Yep,
Good catch.
there's an hour. Okay.
Section I and section S4. S4, therefore, is used twice and both of them are missing the final E. So on the first sentence, notice shall contain the reasons therefore. And then on the next page, the first sentence, heard at such hearing and shall not be noticed of the Board of Health's decision and the reasons therefore in writing.
All right. It should be an E at the end. Yep.
I promise there's no more. I mean, if this is going to be law, I figured it's got to be correct, right?
Right. No, it's good.
Absolutely. So the first therefore is on number 4 as well.
Yeah, there's therefore is in there twice and both of them are missing the E.
Okay, yeah, I see it, Cass. Thanks. Okay.
But as far as the meat of it is concerned, I'm good with it.
So without further ado, as they say, I make a motion to approve with those grammatical edits, the current statement, the current tobacco regulation as we've reviewed it. And so do I have a second?
That would be me. Yeah.
Roll call, Paula,
Yes.
Rick, yes.
Let's
So-
put this to bed.
Yes, for sure. All right. And so I think with that, I think we can call the meeting closed unless there are any other comments or items.
Kevin, you good?
I'm good. I mean, what's going on with the Y though? Did we need to do anything for them? Was it just informing
They
us?
have a request, but they don't want to show up to request, what they want from the board. And, last year I advocated for them because there was a legitimate reason not to show up at the meeting. They had a meeting conflict, and it was in June, and they were going to open up like the next day. So I had to, advocate for them and speak on their behalf. And, I did
I remember.
everything.
Yeah.
Correct. But this time around, we've had numerous meetings and they've been invited. And for some reason, they're not showing up. And they're saying that, they get the letter usually from the health director. And they've done that. They've received letters from other municipalities without having to go through the board. And, I told them I didn't have the authority to do that. So I
Well,
think
Meeting next
joining
week.
right now. Somebody's joining. So I'm not sure if it's them or not. Maybe it's Jerry.
It's
Hi,
me. Sorry. Hi, it's Jerry.
hi, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Hi. I'm in the car. I'll be on mute.
So what's the reasoning today that the health director doesn't have the authority?
Cassidy, can you please pull that up?
Sorry, but I know you want to make this real quick one, but this just,
Didn't sit
Seems-
with you.
yeah, a little bit.
All right. So here's what the regulation says. No recreational camp for children shall receive a license to operate in each year until it has been inspected by the Board of Health and found by the Board of Health to meet all the requirements of 105 CMR 430. Provided, however, a day camp, which is the YMCA, timely applying for renewal of licensure pursuant to Massachusetts General Laws 140, Section 32B, may, at the discretion of the Board of Health, be granted a license without prior inspection if they meet those 4 requirements. So I cannot grant them a license. It has to be done by the board. They need to come to you. And once you approve it, then I send out a letter on the board's behalf saying that, okay, the board would let you, have a license without prior inspection, provided that these 4 requirements are met. But they don't even want to do that. So
No.
if you're not willing to come to the board, why should I be advocating for you?
And
Yeah,
they
no,
don't meet they don't meet the second requirement. Because you didn't give them they didn't have the inspection last year, correct?
No, they had their inspection. So
Oh, they
pretty
did.
much what this does is, we grant them a license without prior inspection, but we have to make sure that during the camping season, we inspect to make sure everything is in compliance.
I see.
But, I can't help somebody that does not want to help themselves. It's as simple as that. If you can't come to the board, then I can't advocate for you. It's simple.
No, I completely get that today. I was looking more just from a tactical structural standpoint, why our health director wouldn't be able to do this. My thought behind that would be that this is a something that predates your new role in town, right? So it was we never had a department head as running the health department before. That's new. My feeling would be that it probably was because of that, where the board wanted the oversight on something that was going to be done without inspection. But where we have a health director now, this may be something that for a future meeting, you may want to take up and discuss if you want to change that around, that discretion, and make it to the discretion of the health director and not the Board of Health. Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, honestly, just from my point of view, I'd rather have the board do this because we're talking about children here. I would rather not take on that responsibility. I think having a board decide if they can be licensed without prior inspection will be the right way to go. If anything happens, it got board approval. Whereas, if I, give them the approval and something happens, the director just told them they can do it. He didn't even go to the board. So I feel like, I'm exposing myself to liability if I do that. And I think the right way to go will be to go through the board as stated in the regulation. And again, if you can help yourself, show up, fight for what you want, then I can't fight for you. I can't advocate on your behalf.
Sure. Okay,
Okay.
good enough for me.
And it's not a big ask. I mean, a big thing to
It's
show
not.
your face.
You don't even have to
Come
go
on.
out of your house.
I know.
Right?
It'll take 2 minutes.
Come on.
We'll put you at the beginning of the meeting and
Yeah, and if you can't
Yeah.
show up, get one of the camp people, camp attendants to show up on your behalf.
Right.
You don't need the head of YMCA to show up. It can be anybody from YMCA. Just represent YMCA, and everything is all set after that. Just show up.
Mm. Yeah.
So the license has not been granted for this year thus far, correct?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
but there's nothing that so far, I'm sorry, I didn't finish.
So I think the reason they want to get a license without prior inspection is because they want to register individuals that have vouchers, and they would like to do that early, which
Mhm.
is understandable. Okay.
So you can show up early. We're inviting
Correct.
them to come early.
Yes. And if they don't show up, they would get their permit after inspection. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I had a question in my mind, but now I've lost it. Never mind.
Okay.
The amount of
So
time we spent on this, we could have approved. The board could have approved.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and there's nothing to lead you to believe that there would be a problem with the inspection. Last year was fine.
Yes, the year before.
Nothing
was
else
fine.
has changed.
Correct. Correct. They just need to show up and make their request.
Well, we couldn't make it much easier for them, so.
Hmm.
Okay,
So I'd make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Paula, roll call, Paula,
yes.
Rick, yes. All right.
And
so
everybody.
we're on
Jerry, be
to our-
safe driving home.
All right,
Thank
Bye.
you. Sorry I was late. Bye.
take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.